Welcome to the official video for the exercises for the Qi Energy Activation, Cultivation, and Flow book. Some of the exercises are detailed in the book. In several of the cases, there's a write-up in the book that talks about relaxation, for instance, but doesn't really give an exercise because it's a little difficult to illustrate an exercise where you can actually see it in that format. So we're going to do it here in video for you, starting with one of the most important aspects for the whole field of Qigong, which is relaxation. We're going to start off where people hold the most tension, I find, when they're doing Qigong or trying to do Qigong, which is their shoulders. So, for the first exercise, what I want you to do is to take your shoulders, lift them up, tense them, and hold them until they basically start to feel a little bit tired. When you get that, let them go. Then tense them again and hold them until they get tired, and then let them go. And if you have to, pick them up again so you can really feel the difference between being picked up and tense and hanging and relaxed. And so do it again, just the shoulders. And again, wait till they start to get tired and let them go. And then tense them where they're at and then let go so that literally they're relaxed. And you can repeat this as needed. Okay, so for the next part, take, say, your arms, tense just your arms, really tense the whole arm, and do it again until they get kind of tired and let them go. Same thing again. That way. You could take your whole torso here, like your belly and all of that, tense it, and then let go. Tense it, hold it till it gets a little bit tired, let go. Take your legs, tense your legs until they're tired, legs from here all the way to the feet, then let go. And you can kind of see there's an obvious sort of a, here's I pour, and tense them again, and hold them, and hold them, and hold them, and hold them, and let go. And then feel your body, and anywhere else, let's say you go, oh, my shoulders, they're always tense. Well, tense them and hold them until they get tired. Just wait. You might be there for a little bit even. And when they really start to get, oh man, okay, now let them melt. And accentuate the melting aspect, the softness and the relaxation. Okay. Awareness is one of the keys to all real internal development. So part of what you're trying to do is to become aware inside your body of anywhere that's tense, and with that awareness be able to isolate the area, just tense through, find it, and tense it, and let it go and get it to relax. And if it still feels like it's there, and this is not saying like an injury that's tense because it's just solid no matter, even if you were asleep, right? It's where you're holding that tension and being able to find it, being aware of it, being able to, with that awareness, to isolate it and let it go and move it through. Your goal here is to be relaxed and soft in what we call in Tai Chi sung, so that there's this softness, if you will, no tension being held anywhere. And yet you are formed. And when I say formed, in other words, I can move like, let's say I was going to open a door, or in terms of the Tai Chi, or the movements that I'm bringing my arms around, but I'm not tensing to do that as much as that's where I'm moving to right now. And I want that softness in there, and again, with the mind intent, with the awareness inside there, where am I holding any unnecessary tension or tension in general? Find that, get that to melt out all the way through you. So this next section is to help to quiet the mind and to help, again, to build your awareness of the inner state inside your body. And what we're going to do is hold our breath for about 30 seconds each time, and we'll do it two different ways in order to get at different internal states inside the body. A lot of Qigong is presented in a way where it's do this move, do that move, do the other move, and you see people doing this, and then you go, well, what's that all about? And they can show you the move, but a lot of times if you say, okay, so what do you feel inside your body? If you could really get an honest answer, most of the time they don't feel so much. Why? Because they're busy doing the moves, but the moves don't have the real meaning behind it. I would much rather that you did the kind of things with relaxation we're talking about here and not have moves in order to really build internal development. With that, you begin to get skill and ability, and then when you're doing a movement for a specific purpose, you can actually feel the energy move through there or do whatever this particular posture movement is supposed to do in order to gain the benefit. So we're going to start with two that are stationary with breathing, and the first one is you're going to breathe in and hold for 30 seconds, and what you will do is feel this build the energy level in the body, and not so much at the beginning, probably more right after. But I want you to pay attention inside when you do this. So we'll go ahead and start. Breathe in and hold and relax and feel inside. Now, if you did this very properly, you could kind of feel this welling up of energy while you were doing that. You may feel a little difference right after having done so. What a lot of people will do doing that, and at least the first time for sure, is they'll kind of hold the tension to an area. And if you do that, then that kind of, it sucks up all of your energy. It basically takes the energy to hold that tension while you're holding your breath. And then you don't feel that buildup so much. It's more like you get a depletion going on, so you don't feel it so much. Right? So what I want you to do with that, when you breathe in, and let's say I feel that this part here wants to kind of tense up a little bit, I relax that and make sure that my mind is going all through out into my arms and hands, all out and through into my legs, and anywhere that's tense, I'm taking it and melting it once again and trying to make sure that my body stays that kind of relaxed while I'm holding the breath in like that. So we'll let you do that one first, and then we'll come back and do the second one. For the next one, you're going to breathe out and hold the breath, relaxing everywhere for 30 seconds. And that will help you to feel and build the internal relaxed state inside the body. As long as, again, you're not holding tension in any isolated area, you're letting it spread all out and trying to be soft while you're working there. And so this will really, again, it'll help you feel and build the internal relaxed state of the body. So from here, and just stay relaxed when you do it, soft, calm. And then breathe it back in, and like so. And again. Now, in the beginning, you might find it hard to hold it for that long. A couple things. One of them is anxiety to some degree. The other one is sometimes the tension starts to creep in there, and as the tension comes up and you're trying to overcome it, you end up exerting, and so now you're eating up that energy more. So you may have to start with a shorter period of time and build up. And now just relax, like I let the air out and relax, and feel the difference in your relaxation now as opposed to before you did the out and holding the breath. So now when you held and your body had that, oh man, and you ended up, you're trying to build towards the 30 seconds. If you're having trouble at first, you may find that add some tension in there. Again, take your body and feel where that tension's at. Tense it extra while you're breathing. In other words, you're relaxed, you're breathing in and out. And let it go. And then take like the chest and back area, tense it and hold it until it gets tired. And then let it go. And same thing with the belly. In this area, belly, kidneys, back, lower back. And let it go. Your hips, then your butt, and the front part of your legs. Hold it until it gets tired. And let it go. And notice I'm working my way down through my body from top to bottom. Head even. Throat. I didn't hold it long enough. Legs, knees. And then start from the top down on the relaxation and literally start from here and relax the top of your head. Relax your eyes, your temples, your nose, your ears, this part of your face, the mouth, the smile, the mouth, the whole throat, on the sides as well, shoulders, the points of your shoulders, the upper arms, your chest, your upper back. And if you're not sure you're having trouble, you take that part and you tense it and or you move it. And then relax and let go. The whole midsection area here, front and back. The belly and the hips, above the hips here, and the kidneys. The hips. The upper thighs. The knees, and you could even breathe in and expand them and then let go and relax them. The calves and the shins. Your ankles, and you may have to, again, tensing your ankles first as if you're going to jump or something, and then feeling that, holding it until it's tired, then let it go. Your feet, and you can actually move through there, feel them move and tense them, and then relax them. In Tai Chi and in most Qigong, we want to activate yin and yang in the body. And when we talk about the yang aspect, one of the simple ways to go about this is to talk about heavy and then the yin being light. So we're beginning to separate, have a sort of a weight separation in the body or a feeling of it. The thing to realize is that heavy does not mean tense or some other kind of a thing as much as it means like when you're really tired and dropping, or if you think like a bear, and you'll see like the animal frolics, they'll talk about bear, and there's this heaviness. And so what I'm doing is I'm taking all my body weight, pouring it into like I'm being crushed. Again, don't tense to do this. It's heavy as if I'm trying to drop to the ground, heavy as you can get. And notice I'll do it from the side here. I'm not just this way getting heavy, I'm dropping my legs and then letting my upper body pour over top of that down into the ground as heavy as I can get going this way. And so I'm going to let you guys try it out, and then I'll answer questions or add more, work on that heaviness. So when you do this drop for this weight, I saw some folks where they were kind of like here and the emphasis was on their legs, and you really don't want that. You want your butt right underneath you and then unhinge at the lower back, which unhinging, if I do this, I'm unhinging there, but I'm letting my upper body do it. Well, I unhinge from there, but I let my lower body do it. And as soon as I do that and sit down, now my legs weigh a ton that way, and I've still got the weight up top, but it's all dropping this way. And so really, as you feel this on your legs, get your butt underneath you and let that part take the heaviness. And essentially this is referred to as the lower body, and actually right now the whole body being yang or yang, and we're feeding the fire. You'll feel the fire in your legs most of the time. Okay, so you started off with that heaviness and you worked that. Now we're going to go the other direction and try to make the whole body very light, or like smoke or steam. And what they talk about is you're feeding the fire with that weight going down, and then the smoke from that comes up, right? And smoke being very wispy and light. And so whatever you can do, and what I'm going to do is I'm on one foot, kind of on the toes of that foot, and I'm letting everything else be like this. And then I see how far, so do this first. I see how far, and even up and down on that leg a little bit, and then I see how far down that leg can I get that same quality everywhere. So that, and the head's floating, the arms are floating, this part's floating, you know, and I say floating, really light and wispy and soft and very light would be the right word. And then you could do it on both feet, but really have it so that, like if you notice from here when I'm coming up, that it's like only the very bottoms of the feet that even have anything. And even then, I want them light as well. And so light, wispy area, it's the smoke or the steam rising up. And so go ahead and like, so I'm seeing some of you've got the up and down thing kind of going on. Also from here, turning like this, and then also a little bit of back and forth, so I'm from one foot to the other, taking my time with that, and try to get all that kind of going on at the same time. This kind of a deal, and you want it so that if you were going up, that there's not, that you're not, your own body weight's not impeding you from moving at all. And so if you were walking, for instance, if you were walking with the heavy, and heavier, 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 like grinding into the floor, right? For the light here, it's almost like a sneaking or almost like a basketball. At any moment, I'm going to jump and move, kind of a way of moving. So I'll let you work on the light. Okay, so now the really difficult one, but the one you really are after, certainly for Tai Chi and again for a lot of Qigong, which is the activation of yin and yang and them going on inside the body at the same time. So I'm going to start off by dropping, keeping my butt underneath me, heavy, and get as heavy and crushing down from here, from about here down as I can get. And then I want my upper body to be light while my lower body is heavy. And then if you can, keep the heaviness like that from here down and come up in your stance a little bit, because obviously this isn't how you'd want to normally practice. You'd be up, but yet my legs are crushing downward. And the upper body's light. And so the separation of yin and yang initially comes here, and then ideally they begin to circle, or you're working with the heaviness down below and the light up top, and that mixture in your body for both happening at the same time. When this is done very correctly, with some of the other things we're going to add coming up on the video, then that's referred to as the three powers of heaven with the light, earth with the heavy, and then man in the middle. So heaven, earth, and man, the three powers put together in the body.